According to this fancy doohickey on my arm, I have a resting heart rate of 76. All right.
Tempest, what are you taking?
There's a person in the voice chat. I don't even know how to voice chat in this game.
Fucking excellent. Let's do this. Last Pistol's fucking good.
True and real. Last Pistol is... I feel like there's probably a really good build. I'd have to look for the Last Pistol. But I know that... It crits like a motherfucker. So if you get any like crit bonuses, that's nice. And I think Infernus... Like Infernus... And... Maybe if there's a salvo one where it's like your shots are like increased or whatever. But Infernus on the Last Pistol would be good, and then just I guess any other perk that helps with crit damage. Those weapons are supposed to be coming at towards the end of March, hopefully sooner rather than later, because I'm really excited to try them out. It's a shame Veteran hasn't gotten a new weapon. Like the last weapon we got was the Power Maul, and that was for the Zealot and for the Ogryn. Now we're getting a weapon for the Zealot and the Psyker. Where's the Veteran weapon at? Come on. You know, give me the Hell Gun. Give me the last shotgun. You know. Some interesting things are happening in games, in the gaming community at least. Capitalism rears its ugly head once again as 400 Twitch employees get fired because Twitch, quote-unquote, didn't make enough profit. Remember, the company that can hold multiple cons in multiple different countries, owned by one of the richest companies on the planet, who made a few $1 billion last year, like $3 billion or something, can't afford 400 employees. So do with that info what you will. In the sense that capitalism, once again, ruins everything. Speaking of capitalism, NFTs. Dr. Disrespect, so desperate for having money for his game Dead Drop, or whatever the fuck it's called, is offering a $25 early entry to... So originally, he was offering you an early entry if you bought one of his NFTs for like 50 bucks or whatever. Now you can just pay 25 straight dollars to get early access to his Battle Royale Dead Drop. Which the gameplay I've seen is... Now, they said that you don't need NFTs to play the game, right? Which is, I guess, if you're going to make an NFT game, that's cool, at least. But the anti-cheat in that game better be... That shit better, like, be able to prevent God from turning water into wine. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to be off... Like, NFT's fucking stupid. NFT game's stupid. And I think I'm pretty much predict that Dr. Disrespect's game is gonna flop after like maybe a week, because it'll last a week because all his like streamer friends will be playing it, right? Because it's like, you know. But past that, it's not happening. Oh my god, I didn't see that Mauler. That's my bad. Oh, I should probably ping. I am recording, right? Cool. Oh, I just like as much if I would want it to succeed if NFTs weren't in the game, but NFTs are so unhealthy for the gaming atmosphere because it'll basically essentially force you to turn your hobby into a job, and I don't want to risk losing money when I play my silly game. You know? Like, I don't want to capitalize on everything I do in my life, on my hobbies. They're hobbies for a reason. They are not things I play to earn cash, right? I'm not, you know... One sec, let me get this guy up. Do some shoves so you can actually get up. Like, that's the thing that NFT bros fail to realize, is that not everyone wants to turn their hobbies into some capital gain. It's nice if you can make money, but I don't want to make money on an unreal. For example, YouTube. I do YouTube as a hobby. If I were to start making YouTube as a hobby, you might see me shill for a raid Shadow Legend sponsor, but I don't, because that's a reliable sponsor, right? I'm gonna get a few $100 from that at least. NFTs are literally worthless now. Like 90% of NFTs nowadays are fucking worthless. The only ones that are worth anything are the ones that like were the start, you know. And even then, those ones are like, crypto is an unregulated market. And yeah, some could say, oh, that's good for the economy. But when it goes belly up, there's nothing to, you know, nothing to fall back on. Which I guess you could say the same for not having the gold standard, but nonetheless. But when the backing is for an NFT is the US dollar, it's like, why am I... So like, crypto is supposed to be like the replacement for the US dollar, but it's backed by the US dollar. It's the same shit that happened with the gold standard, right? At least I think. I'm not like well versed in economics, but that sounds right in my head. Oh my god, is this high intensity or some shit? What's with all the meat? They need to add a meat mode, and it's just all Ogryns for a fucking modifier. That'd be funny. Just call it meaty. Yeah, I am a crypto hater. I think the only, like, crypto would only spawn underneath capitalism because the money is so, like, capitalism is so cringe. I'm gonna get picked up by this mutant. Yep. I think capitalism obviously has done a lot of good things for the world, but it's just gotten to the point where capitalism is no longer in the hands of the producer. It is in the hands of the businessman, right? Of the CEO. And people, like, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, NFTs are fucking stupid. I'd much rather play Stardew Valley and marry Emily than play an NFT game. And I love Emily, so that wasn't like a slight at her. Best girl in Stardew Valley, for real. Hello? Sorry, I thought someone was... My cat was shouting at me. I'm home alone right now, so I got the machete real close. But it was just the couch shouting at me. I accidentally fed my animals twice because when I got home, my roommate, who's also my brother, was at work, and I texted him, did the dogs eat? He didn't reply, so I fed them, and then after I fed them, he said, yeah, the dogs did eat, so they got a double helping. Although he didn't feed my dog the wet food, so I gave her some of that. She's supposed to be eating wet food. She's having troubles with her pooping. It's flooding in California. Like, yeah, okay, I get it, California. The rain was cool and funny for the first few times, but come on, now it's getting a little out of hand. God, tomorrow's gonna suck because my shift for the past 2 weeks and for like the foreseeable future for the most part is 2 to 9, right? It's a really short shift, which kind of pisses me off because I need money. But tomorrow it's randomly, it's just 1 to 10:30, randomly, and that's like, why? It's so annoying. Give me my regular times. Fortunately, none of the jobs I applied to have gotten back to me, so that sucks. M&M's has a, I don't know if this is new, but they have a caramel cold brew M&M. And I tried it, and it was alright. It was just kind of coffee flavored M&M. Wasn't crazy. Yep. Just waiting for Bull Charge to be back up. If it wasn't for the shotgunner, I could actually do stuff. But it was half on the wall. It was very like gooey on the inside. I tried it out of morbid curiosity. I'll take it. He has an ammo crate. He can pop it down if he needs it.
Data interrogators are required. Deploy them to gain access to coolant control.
What else happened this week? Oh, Trump's getting arrested. That's interesting. And a bunch of people, like Republicans who were calling for the arrest of Hillary in 2016 are like, oh, you shouldn't arrest a political opponent. I'm like, ah. My cats are running around like crazy. What are you cats up to? I don't even know why Trump's getting arrested. I've heard that he gave hush money to a porn star, so his wife wouldn't find out he cheated on him or on her. But I'm like, is that a crime? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe extortion. I guess maybe. I don't know. I feel like it's like one of those things where like they're arresting him for this reason, but really they're like looking into these reasons. They just need like a reason to further investigate, right? Because there's a bunch of shit in Mar-a-Lago that apparently went down that I literally know nothing about. I have not followed up with that other than like the headlines, if you will. So my guess is probably like that situation of, oh, we're arresting him for this reason so we can look further into these reasons. I think there's a medipack right here. Yeah. Oh, my nose. Pardon me. Emperor bless me. Oh.
May all our kills be a swift one.
Oh, now there's something in my eyeball. Oops, misclick. Oh, I'll tell you what, though. Oh, I got something to talk about. I got something.
You have somehow
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, that little bastard. So, a bunch of shit came out. Apparently, Dwayne essentially refused to play Black Adam or have Shazam in Black Adam at all, or have a scene in Black Adam 2 that would link him to, or a scene in Shazam 2 that would link Black Adam to Shazam, which is once again proof that The Rock's ego to only play the good guy comes through. Because God forbid he plays a villain. Like, he wanted his first villain as his first fight as Black Adam to be with Superman and not Shazam, which is fucking insane to me. You wanted to play a Shazam villain. I mean, he's probably more at fault for the DCU, like, failing than James Gunn is. Like, although I'm definitely not gonna watch any of the James Gunn Superman movies or DC movies unless, like, they really interest me. Because I've said before, I'm kind of superheroed out. Like, the only superheroes movies I plan on watching in the future. Why are we shooting the Poxburster, bro? That's passive aggressiveness right there. I'm in a passive aggressive mood right now. But yeah, it's yeah, so I don't know, fuck Dwayne. Man, there really was a time where I'm just thinking about, like, him and Kevin were in so many fucking movies together. Like, all the damn time. Like, it was an insane amount of Dwayne and Kevin Hart movies. Like Jumanji 1, 2, there was... I say that I can't even name them. But I know there was a lot, right? I'm not crazy. Why am I sitting up so straight? Why is my posture so good? Thank you, my son. Oh, I wanted to thank. Die. Anyway, I feel bad for DC fans. They deserve better. At least the comics are good, right? Although I've heard some drama that comics and currently might be a bit wonky at the moment. I know Pride's coming up, the DC Pride, and that's always fun. Although I have seen some tone-deaf tweets, like posting a clip from Justice League Unlimited where superheroes don't get involved in politics, where Superman's saying superheroes don't get involved in politics after Shazam endorses Lex Luthor to be, oh, I got this, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am, and then I do this. It was very silly, like, the person who, like, failed media literacy saying that, oh, they didn't realize that Superman was literally written to be in the wrong in that arc. Like, we're like, and in the same arc they had Green Arrow say, oh, I'm an old lefty, the government should do what people cannot do for themselves. Because he was trying to prove a point to Superman. Because Superman ended up being the one in the wrong, causing a bunch of drama and damage because he can't, you know, he couldn't see past his hate for Lex Luthor. And even at the end, I mean, Lex Luthor was the bad guy, obviously, but Superman was, in fact, the one in the wrong. If you remember that, it was like Season 2 of Justice League Unlimited? I could be wrong. Man, Justice League Unlimited, That's a good ass show.
I almost think of you as family. Really? Oh. Adopted family, obviously. A charitable case, rescued from the gutter. But family, nonetheless.
Gutter's nice. Always lots of nice, warm filth to sleep on.
As a boy, at the Sanctum Judicium, I slept on straw.
Don't like straw. Itches. Prefer filth.
That was so wholesome. I love that. That was maybe the best interaction ever. That was so cute.
Behold, Ogryn! Much needed ammunition!
:3. Bam. Wait, why is he telling me I need the? I'll need the animation more. Animation? Ammunition. Okay, well, that's being pushed away. True. Fuck straw. I was in FFA in high school, and if you don't know what that is, that was basically Future Farmers of America. Essentially, you learn, it's like a fancy biology class. Sometimes, you know, you go to a farming convention and it's cool. And I remember I had to lift, one, hay bales are fucking heavy as shit. I remember we had like an animal like petting zoo at a school for like community day or whatever, and one, I had to put all the straw in place for the goats because I was like the tall kid, right? I was the tall male, right? So they were like, oh, get him to do it. I did it, but man, fuck straw. It gets stuck to your clothes. It gets in your clothes. It's the worst. It's heavy, it's a pain in the ass. The strings on straw bales are the worst invention known to man. Also, a chicken fucked my arm up that day. But I did chill out with the goats, and the goats were like dogs, and they just like lay on your lap. It was dope as hell. One goat kept trying to headbutt me though. I didn't touch the pigs though. The pigs were gross. I didn't want to touch them. They were also like asshole pigs. And they were like biters, so I didn't want to get my finger bitten off. Well, they weren't like biters, but they were like biters if like you tried to pick them up. But obviously at a petting zoo you wouldn't do that. You just give them food. What? Oh, I thought that was the head. That was the whole ass body. Yeah, FFA was alright. It was, you know. I didn't go to the high school for long because I'm stupid and had to go to a continuation high school I went to a high school that required, uh-oh, I'm so dead. Where am I getting shot from? Fuck. Ooh. I had to go to a high school where it required less points. So I think the high school I went to originally required 250 points to graduate. The high school I dropped down to, it was like a continuation school. It only required 200 points. So I went from FFA to carpentry. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to take carpentry for 2 years because I needed to take a math class. Because carpentry was fun. I built the doghouse. Also, I almost blew my eye out with a piece of wood because the saw chunked a piece of wood improperly. That's why you wear your safety goggles. There's literally wood implanted in the goggles. So do with that info what you will. And wear your damn safety goggles. They're there for a reason. Yeah, carpentry was cool though. It was a cool teacher too. Most of my teachers at my second high school were dope, except there was one lady who was really nice, but she had a really weird thing about swearing.
Sniper!
I missed. Fine, we'll do it the old way. Superior firepower.
Sniper's cocked.
Bog swore. I've never heard him swear before. He said carked it. That's so cute.
Ammo. Just what
But yeah, I think she was the science teacher. She was a teacher of like science and social studies. I think she was science though in her class. I can't remember though. Or no, it wasn't science. I think it was social studies, or I think it was. Actually, no, I think it was like something like homeroom or something. Why did they come up with so much HP? Oh, I guess they got downed and I was reviving them. Never mind, I'm stupid.
Keep going! Flamer slave! Curses! My shot is spent!
Yeah, it was like homeroom or something. It wasn't actually a class, I don't think. I knew she was a science teacher though, but I didn't have her for science. Social, I don't know about you. Every single social studies class I've ever had was just history class 2.0 or English class 2.0. It like, what is social studies even meant to be? I don't know.
shouting. Ammo.
I've never had a social studies class that was like actually felt like it was teaching me social studies. You know? I feel like okay, hold on. We're googling this. What is social studies? Bam. Yeah, it's just that tells me nothing. Yeah, all this stuff that I'm supposed to have learned didn't tell me anything. It was just history class 2.0. Ooh. A Grenadier Gauntlet. I haven't used one in a hot while. Maybe the next video will have one. But, alrighty. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, or don't. I'm not your mother. But you better have brushed your teeth. Have a good one.